All right, so we're looking here at the second worksheet for the first week of being out. Again, similar process, similar problems, similar topics, just more reiteration. Also, I did not mention in the first video, once you complete this, if you would like, you can go ahead and just take a picture both of your answer sheet and of your work. And if you want to send that to me via email, you can do that. If you want to hold on to that and turn that in whenever you come back, you can do that. You know, this is just practice for y'all. Perhaps there might be some extra credit associated with it, something like that. I don't know. But overall, you know, this is just really trying to keep your math skills sharp while we tread through this very, very unclear time that we're all going through together, okay? All right, so here we go. Assignment number 2, same thing. We've got Monday here. If you look at letter A, that's going to take us to our exponent rules. Okay, so our exponent rules on Monday. So we're going to apply those there. For instance, I'm going to start with the square outside. So 10 squared is going to be 100. And then you multiply here, so that's x to the 6th. Okay, and then we're going to multiply there. So that's going to give me 800. And 5 plus 6 is going to give me x to the 11th. Okay, for letter B, we're going to be distributing here. Again, all of this can be done without your calculator. Okay, so we're going to distribute here. When I distribute, I'm going to go, that's going to be 2/5 x. All right, so 2/5 times -10. Okay, that's going to give me -20/5, which is -4. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. This is going to be 1/4 x, and then 1/4 times 12 is going to give me 12/4, which is 3. Okay. All right. So now what you've got to do is something that many of you probably have not done in a while. It was taught back in your middle school math, maybe even lower than that. I'm not sure. Okay. But we've got to add 2/5 and 1/4. So I'm going to do that by our 3-step cross multiplication. So 2 times 4 is going to give me 8, plus 5 times 1 is going to give me 5. And the third step is 5 times 4, which is 20. So that's going to give me 13/20. So when I add these two right here, that gives me 13/20x. And then -4 plus 3 is -1. So that's what I expect from you on your B row of problems for that topic, okay? Okay, I'm not going to go through C. C is exactly the same as homework number 1, or worksheet number 1. Finding the slope all the way across there. Let me reiterate to y'all, however, that if you have a 0 on the top and a number on the bottom, that is a 0 slope. If you have a number on the top and a 0 on the bottom, that is no slope. They are different, so make sure you do have that corrected on your papers, okay? All right, scrolling down to letter D, you're going to see letter D is another multiplication problem, just like from the first worksheet on that bottom row for that one. Okay, where we just distribute. All right, so letter E takes us to our first new problem. Supplementary is going to equal 180. And remember, if it does say complementary, that is equal to 90. Okay, so we're going to add these up. 10x plus 60 plus 2x plus 12, and that's going to equal 180 for us. So combine your like terms, and you're going to solve. All of this is without a calculator. Okay, so 108 divided by 12. If you're not sure, work it out. So it is 9. So x is 9, but it doesn't ask for x. It asks for the measure of angle S. So I've got to go back and look at S. So 10 times 9 plus 60. Or 90 plus 60, which is in fact 150. So that would be the answer I'm looking for letter E on Monday. Okay. All right, now I'm going to scroll down. Let me drag this down here so I have a little bit more room to work. And let's look at letter F. Okay, the perimeter of a rectangle is 90 feet. So I have a rectangle. The length is 5 more feet than 3 times the width. So our width is going to be x, and the length is going to be 5 more than 3 times. So that's 3x plus 5. All right, rectangle, opposite sides are the same. So now we're going to add all of that up. So that's 3x, 4x, 5, 6, 7x, 8x, plus 10 is going to equal 90. And then you're going to solve. And x would be 10 for you. That is your width. You have to plug that in to get your length. And then remember, for area, we just multiply length times width. So for area, it's going to be 10 times 35, which is 350. Okay? So that should take you pretty much through Monday on assignment number 2. Okay? Tuesday basically does the same thing. Wednesday does the same thing. You do have, I'm going to look at the letter A on Wednesday, and then I did just hit on letter E right here. Remember, x-intercept, it's still like the one we did from the previous video, so you can go back and refresh on that. But let's look at letter A real quick. You're going to multiply the top, which is going to give me 18, a to the 8th, don't forget your understood 1, divided by 6a squared. So that's going to give me 3a to the 6th because we subtract whenever we divide, okay? All right, so letter E, like I said, that's a similar problem from the first video. So let's look at letter F. So this is F for Wednesday. Same thing, y'all. You're going to distribute. You're just going to distribute 3 times. So that's going to give me 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the 4, which is going to give me 12x squared minus 20x plus 8. And then I'm going to combine like terms here. So that's going to give me 3x cubed. This right here becomes 7x squared. This right here becomes negative 18x plus 8. Okay? So that's on Wednesday. Okay, so A is all exponent rules. B is all distributing and combining like terms. C is slope. D is distributing, combining like terms. E has either the supplementary or the x or y intercept problems that were from the first video. And then F, I want to jump to the third one here. Okay. Don't forget on letter D on Thursday, you have to write it twice and then multiply it out, okay? All right, so let's jump over here to letter F. You cannot graph until y is by itself. So my first step is I'm going to move my x, and then I'm going to divide by my 6. So then on your graph, you're going to start at your y-intercept. So I'm going to start at 3, and then I'm going to move down 1 and right 2. Okay, now notice there's a line here, so I'm going to draw a solid line through those points, and this is your greater than sign, so I am going to shade above. Okay, so that should take y'all through assignment number 2 for the first week. Again, by Wednesday, so by tomorrow, I will have up for you what is given to you by the county that you are capable of doing. There are some assignments or some topics on there that we have not yet gotten to, and I will have to let you know those so that you don't panic there, okay? All right, any questions, shoot me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Stay safe.